going on YouTube? It's Relentless here, bringing you yet another video. Today's video is a little off the beaten path of my norm, but as you've noticed in the past, I am an advocate, and I speak my mind and I speak my opinion, like most, when it comes to situations such as on social media. Don't forget to check out the links in the description below. That awesome t-shirt is up for sale. It's a limited edition Revolution Gaming shirt. Also, be sure to check out the Gleam and a video link for the giveaway in the description below. And without further ado, let's talk about SkillUp. Now, he posted on social media, Twitter, and asked this question to his followers. Is it okay to say I love America and Americans, but hate the current administration and everything it stands for? Okay, let's stop right there for a moment. He just contradicted himself because the administration is Americans. So why didn't he just say that he loves America and he loves Americans, but just hates everything that the administration stands for? So in itself, he contradicted himself, and then also he puts the hashtag Paris climate change. And before I get into my personal thoughts and opinions, just like his opinion on this, let's read some of the responses that he got from his own particular fan base on Twitter. Mark says, "No, it's not. You're not American, and you do not live here. All you know is what you read from the media." SkillUp replies, "Yes, I read a lot. Apparently not facts, just the Clown News Network." Another reply, "You have a big fan base that actually appreciates the new administration. Keep that in mind." A good point. Also, Jordan Bond, "Is it okay to say I love your video game content, but not your political commentary?" True. Rocket Man Luke, "That's fine, but you will divide your audience. I will keep this for a personal account, not your business one." The Blue Duck says, "Stick to gaming, yo." So basically, these are just the nice responses that he got. Well, the nicer ones of the responses he got. But it's a rule of thumb when it comes to content creators, kind of to relieve or leave religion and politics out of your business, such as your content, and especially if you're a content creator on games such as SkillUp is. Now, when it comes to like Division videos, where he pretty much made his start from, you know, he's very informative, and people value his opinion when it comes to certain things and aspects of you know, builds and content and all the info that he, you know, packs in together on his videos. But you know, just like those, many people still disagree. But when it comes to this, I found it more or less on a personal level, because he's more or less just trying to milk his audience, and you know, the whole controversy thing, and it's publicity. You know, there's no such thing as bad publicity. You know, publicity is all good, regardless whether it's good or bad. So in this sense, me being a born and bred American, he is not. He lives in Australia, so who really cares if he likes the current administration or not? I personally don't, but hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And you know, why post it on social media? And it's to get attention. He's an attention whore, let's face it. And then, you know, the hashtag Paris climate. I mean, that whole thing, if you know, you didn't listen to the Clown News Network, the mainstream media, and actually did some research, you would actually understand that it was for the best that we got ourselves out of it. Just like when he called out NATO, saying that the other NATO nations haven't been, you know, paying their part, their percentage-wise, and that America is basically more or less funding NATO, because everybody else is just like, you know, America will do for it, you know, they do for everybody else. But no, Trump is looking out for our best interest, and he's just basically following through on his campaign promises. Do I agree with everything the guy says? No, I do not. Do we see eye to eye on everything? No, we do not. But he is my president, and you know, I take the time not just to listen to mainstream media and what you read in the newspaper, because as we all know nowadays, that's 90% fake, inflated, and you know, just posturing to make him look bad without really giving him a chance. But if you look at his track record, he's actually doing what he promised in his campaign, which is, that's great. Jobs are up, He's bringing our economy back up, the stock market's up. He's trying to protect our country. The whole travel ban thing, is up in their issue. But let me ask you a question. These hot zones where these, terrorist countries are coming from, such as the ones that's been going on in England, sad tragedy. But let's face facts. If we can't vet who's actually coming into our country, then are we supposed to just let it anybody, just like most of Europe has? And look what's going on in Europe as of late. I mean, it's just attack after attack after attack. But that's not what we're here to discuss. We're not here to discuss the politics. We're actually here to discuss the gaming YouTubers actually bringing up politics, especially if they don't live in the country that they're actually putting their opinion on. Now, I'm going to throw up some facts about this climate change, and it has been debunked. There is no actual evidence or proof about global warming, and that, actually the polar ice caps are the largest they have ever been. Since we've been able to record and get the data from, NASA's website themselves, the polar ice caps are larger, so it debunks global warming altogether. So let me throw these up. Fact number 1. In 1996, a report by the UN on global warming, 2 statements were deleted from the final draft approved and accepted by a panel of scientists. Here they are. None of the studies cited above has shown clear evidence that we can contribute the observed climate change to increases in greenhouse gases. No study to date has positively attributed all or part of the climate change to man-made causes. Also, if you look at from the report down here, NASA proves that this whole climate change is a phony and bogus. So when it comes to, go to NASA's website and look at their data, I mean, the whole Paris climate deal was just a way to try to bring down the economy that's being rebuilt currently by the current administration, and then pretty much gives China, 20 years before they do anything about it. The country that has the most pollution out of every nation in the world, but they have 20 years before they can even start doing anything, and our regulations imposed on our businesses and factories and whatnot has to start immediately. So basically, it's just taxes being paid to people that are rich just to get rich, such as like Al Gore and all his 30-something houses that he has. And you got all these celebrities like Leonardo DiCaprio that's saying, oh, we shouldn't have backed out of that, big mistake, Trump is numbnuts. But yet he's on this big old yacht, burning all these fossil fuels. He was in Europe and then flew all the way back just to accept an award, to stay here in the U.S. to accept the award for an hour, and then fly all the way back to Europe for a award. But yet he wants to, preach about, global warming and, CO2 emissions and, all this other stuff, and it's just complete bogus. So to sum it up, as SkillUp's followers have so nicely put it, you put all this effort and time to data crunch and, find out facts and all this when it comes to games such as The Division, great content, Destiny 2, great content, Destiny, the whole Bible that you put together for it, that video was awesome. And then you want to come out with some crap like this. That's just like, whoa, dude. You did say that you read a lot in your response to the to one of your followers, but obviously you're not reading the right things. You're not actually reading facts. You're just believing hearsay that's not backed up by actual, proof. And go to NASA's website itself and see the proof. Go to all these other websites. I can just go on and list them all as far as actually doing research, saying the polar ice caps are the biggest they've ever been since we've been able to actually record that data and measure them. That the constant temperature change is in flux, and it's only ever risen no higher than 0.6 degrees, which is in its limits, and it's never been beyond that in the history of mankind that we've been able to record that. So just to throw out there and throw a little shade on my country, my administration, regardless whether I agree with them or not, and you don't even live here and don't even know the facts, and you're this smart, intelligent guy, when it comes to making all this great content and doing all your number crunching and fact finding, but to be a bonehead and to come out with something like this without doing research, just to believe hearsay and media, dude, what is going on? You know, I respect you for, and value your opinion when it actually comes to something you actually know what you're talking about. And politics is not your forte, bro. It might be in the future, but currently it is not. So I appreciate it, and most of your viewers and followers on Twitter and social media would actually prefer that you stick to gaming and leave politics alone, unless you actually decide to do some fact checking. So stick to gaming, leave politics alone, and just be you. You put yourself out there. You're smart and intelligent or whatnot, and this was just a bonehead move. And it just hate to see you be an attention whore. And I'm sorry, but that's the facts. Truth is truth. I know I'm gonna catch a lot of heck for this, but it is what it is. And love you, skill up, but you're a bonehead.
Panda, 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 panda. I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.